New York has just passed a bill that would fine taxi drivers $10,000 if they are caught trafficking, or I should say transporting prostitutes, right? So if they are driving a prostitute around and they're knowingly doing so, they will be fined $10,000 and they could also lose their license. Now, what's interesting about this story is that Mayor Bloomberg is the person who signed this legislation. And 2 days before he signed it, he went on a radio program, The John Gambling Show. And he said that he had issues with it because how do you identify a prostitute? Like, how does a prostitute dress, right? He's like, what about party goers or clubbers or whatever? People who go out dancing, partying at night, and they're looking for a ride. Are taxi drivers just going to leave them on the side of the road because they're too afraid to pick them up?
Yeah, nobody's going to get picked up on Halloween. Everybody's dressed like hookers.
Yeah, exactly. That's a great point. So what's going to happen? But what's interesting is he signed it anyway 2 days later after making these points on the radio show.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, what a terrible idea. I'm in favor. Okay. Now, look, there might be other reasons for it. There might be horse trading, et cetera. So I'm sure there's nuance to it. But overall, I do know that it's a bad idea because, one, it's a solution in search of a problem. Like, is there hooking going on in New York City? I'm sure there is, right? Are you going to solve it by punishing the cab drivers? Or what do they have to do with it? I mean, it's not like the hooking in New York is like some sort of epidemic, and the only way to get in control of it is punishing cab drivers if they pick up hookers.
Here's a great solution to the hooker problem in New York: legalize prostitution and regulate the hell out of it. How about that?
Yeah, I mean,
instead of punishing, you're right, the taxi drivers, like they're just doing their jobs.
No, and then it sets up a conflict between the cab driver and his customers that goes on and on. It's going to set up so many fights. There's going to be those thick cab drivers who are like, I don't want to get punished, so they're going to kick out these women, etc. And it's going to be a mess. It's such a terrible idea, and it isn't even a problem, like any more so than any other city in the country. So it's absurd. And look, sometimes I wear my short shorts, and they might confuse me for a gigolo, and I don't want to suffer that kind of discrimination. You know what I'm saying?
I don't, thank God. Thanks God.
By the way, do gigolos wear short shorts?
I don't know, do they?
I don't think so. Especially if they've got hairy legs like mine. Could you imagine? A gigolo shows up, and he's in like some goofy 70s short shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's the right way to go.
Are male gigolos usually for female clientele, or are they for men?
One, I'm not familiar with the gigolo market. Two, if I had to guess, I'd guess definitely for dudes.
Yeah,
right?
Because I just don't see women looking for male prostitutes.
No, it happens very early. There's one ranch that we covered on the show at some point in Nevada somewhere, and then they went. I think they might have gone bankrupt. But
no, there was this one bunny ranch that actually had one male prostitute, but he ended up quitting because he didn't get any clients. Like, nobody wanted him. Yeah. Because women don't go out looking. You know where a woman can get sex? Anywhere. You don't need to go pay someone for it.